Hi, I'm Gerry Yarrish from Model Airplane News, and we're going to talk about balancing your model airplane. It happens all the time. A guy comes to the field and he sets down his airplane that's just been set up, it's ready to go. It's out on the runway, it zips down the runway, it's got plenty of power and it takes off. As soon as it breaks ground, the wings start to wag back and forth, the nose comes up way high, and before you know it, it rolls over and crashes into the ground. What happened? The pilot forgot to balance his airplane. And placing our balance point in the right position on our airplane is super important. The reason being is that that position determines how the airplane is going to respond and perform. And many airplanes crash because the pilot was trying to fly it when it was too tail heavy. So, an airplane that is too tail heavy is going to be hypersensitive to your control inputs, and this can lead to over-controlling the airplane. Conversely, if your airplane is too nose heavy, it's not going to be responsive enough. So with a straight-winged airplane like this Fun Cub, finding the balance point usually requires measuring the wing and doing a lot of math to find out where that point is. But I have an easier way to do it, and it only requires 2 strips of paper and a marking pen. So now what we're doing is we're taking our 2 sheets of paper, we're putting it on top of the wing, and you can see I've marked the first one, and we're going to do the second one now. We take the edge of the sheet and we line it up with the leading edge of the wing, and then we come back here and we mark the position of the trailing edge. So now this distance gives us the exact width of the wing. So here we have our 2 sheets of paper. We've got our marks that show the width of the wing, and so to get our front position for the safe zone, we're going to take this and we're going to fold it in half right there to the mark. Fold it. And then we're going to take it and fold it in half again, just like this. Now when we open it up, we have 4 equal lengths, and we'll mark the first one, and that's the length for the 25% position for the wing. We already did this to the second one here, but what we did is we folded it into 3s. Just like we did before. And what that does is by marking it here, it gives us our 33.3% position for the wing. So now we're going to transfer our marks onto the wing. We're taking our first piece of paper that has the 25% fold on it right here, and we're going to mark that on the wing. Then we'll take the second piece of paper that was folded into 3s, line up the front of the leading edge, and mark the 33.33%, which is the back part of our safe zone where we're going to put our balance point in between. So when it actually comes to the balancing of your airplane, it's as easy as picking it up with your fingertips. When you hold the wing right at that safe zone that we just did, you want the airplane to balance straight and level. If it's down like this with the tail down, then it's tail heavy, and what you'll have to do is you'll have to add a little bit of nose weight to the front of the airplane. Also, if the airplane is like this with the nose down, it's nose heavy, you would have to add a little bit of weight to the tail. With tail heavy airplanes, the airplane gets very sensitive to your control inputs, and it'll wag its wings and it's going to be over controlled. When you have an airplane that's too nose heavy, what happens is that it is not sensitive enough to the response, doesn't respond as well, and you don't have as much control with the elevator when it comes time to flare the airplane for your landing. So there you have it. Balancing your model airplane is really very easy. And once you get the balance point in the place it's supposed to be, it's going to allow you to fly your airplane safely. For more great content, be sure to go to modelairplanenews.com.